The escape to Milos. Emma Pearson leaned back in her airplane seat, gazing out the window at the endless expanse of blue sky. Leaving San Francisco behind, she felt a mix of anticipation and relief as she set off for her solo vacation to Milos. For years, she had endured the controlling behavior of her fiancé, Liam, whose tight grip on their finances had denied her the personal indulgences she craved, including the dream vacation to Greece she had longed for. After endless postponements of their wedding and his relentless demands to limit their expenses, Emma had finally had enough. Taking charge of her own happiness, she booked the trip herself, leaving behind a relationship that had become stifling and toxic. As the plane descended towards the island, the sight of the whitewashed buildings and turquoise waters brought a smile to her face. Emma had always dreamt of visiting Greece, and now she was finally here, ready for a new adventure and a fresh start. After settling into her charming hotel near the beach, Emma decided to explore Milos. The narrow streets were filled with boutiques, cafes, and the sound of laughter. She wandered aimlessly, taking in the vibrant atmosphere. Turning a corner, she bumped into a man carrying a sketch pad. Papers flew everywhere, and they both bent down to pick them up. "I'm so sorry," Emma exclaimed, flustered. The man looked up, a friendly smile on his face. "No worries. It's my fault for not watching where I was going." As they gathered the scattered sketches, Emma couldn't help but notice the beautiful drawings of the island. "These are amazing. Are you an artist?" "Sort of," he replied, standing up and offering his hand. "I'm Nico, an architect, but I love sketching in my free time." "And you are?" "Emma," she replied, shaking his hand. "I'm here on vacation." Nico's eyes lit up. "Welcome to Milos, Emma. Let me make it up to you by showing you around. You haven't truly seen the island until you've experienced it with a local." Emma hesitated for a moment, then smiled. "I'd love that." Over the next few days, Nico became Emma's impromptu tour guide. They explored hidden beaches, visited ancient ruins, and enjoyed meals at quaint tavernas where Nico seemed to know everyone. Emma felt a sense of freedom she hadn't experienced in years, and Nico's easygoing nature was a refreshing contrast to her previous relationship. One evening, after an especially beautiful day, they climbed up a hill to watch the sunset. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, and the sea glistened below. As they sat on a rocky ledge, Nico turned to Emma. "So, what really brought you to Milos?" Emma sighed, feeling the need to be honest. "I needed a break. From work, from my life, and from a relationship that ended badly." Nico nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "Sometimes, getting away is the best way to find clarity." "I've been there too." They sat in companionable silence, their bond growing stronger with each shared moment. That evening had been perfect until then. Emma and Nico had spent the day exploring the island, ending up at the secluded beach that had quickly become their favorite. The cool breeze swept in as the sun began to set, and Emma shivered slightly. Without hesitation, Nico draped his jacket over her shoulders, the warmth and small gesture sending a comfort through her she hadn't felt in a long time. They walked back in peaceful silence, enjoying the beauty of Milos, unaware that her past was about to confront her once they returned to the hotel. Just as Emma was beginning to feel at home on Milos, Liam showed up unexpectedly. He had tracked her down, hoping to win her back. Emma was caught off guard when she returned to her hotel that evening with Nico, only to find Liam waiting for her in the lobby, with obvious anticipation. As soon as he saw her, Liam sprang to his feet and hugged her tightly. "Emma, I'm so glad to see you. I've missed you more than I can say," he exclaimed. Before she could fully process his sudden appearance, Liam seized the moment. Dropping to one knee, he pulled out a small velvet box containing an engagement ring, far more extravagant than the modest one he had given her years before. "I made a mistake, Emma," he said in a convincing tone. "I want us to try again. Marry me. We can arrange a wedding here in Milos and surprise our families when we return. Please, give me another chance." Before Emma could respond, Liam slipped the glittering ring onto her finger and kissed her, leaving her stunned. All she could manage in her days was a weak, "I need some space to think." Nico stood nearby, not wanting to get involved, his heart sinking as he watched the scene unfold. Emma turned to him and thanked him softly for the wonderful day they'd had, excusing herself as she left them both to retreat to her room. Alone in her room, Emma was flooded with confusion. Liam was acting like the man she had always wanted him to be, but something felt off. She didn't miss being with him at all. In fact, she had felt freer during this trip than she had in years. She was scared to go back to a life that didn't fulfill her, no matter how much Liam claimed to have changed. As Emma stood there, lost in thought, she slipped Nico's jacket off her shoulders, intending to hang it up. As she did, a folded piece of paper slipped from the inner pocket and drifted to the floor. Curious, she picked it up and unfolded it, her breath catching as she recognized herself in the delicate lines of a sketch. It was a sketch of her, drawn by Nico, capturing her in a moment of pure joy. The fine details revealed a side of her she hadn't expected to see, and as she held the drawing, a wave of emotion washed over her. In that instant, something deep inside her clicked. Emma knew instantly that Nico was the man she wanted to be with. Just as she opened the door to go find him, Liam appeared, blocking her path. "I'm here to talk," he said, his voice calm but insistent. "I haven't come all this way to be treated like this." Emma sighed and nodded. "Okay, let's talk. But only to tell you that you had 9 years of chances, Liam. That's more than anyone deserves. I'm sorry, I can't be with you. I'm done." She slipped the ring off her finger and handed it back to him. "What? I spent so much money for you, and this is how you repay me? For nothing?" Liam's anger flared. Furious, Emma stood her ground. "This right here proves you haven't changed. It's not about the money, Liam. It's about us, and we're over. Please leave." Liam stormed out, and Emma felt a weight lift off her shoulders. Emma made her way to the beach where she and Nico had shared so many good times. She found him sitting on the sand, staring out at the sea with a look of concern in his eyes. A smile appeared on her face as she walked toward him. "Nico, I'm sorry for everything earlier, but I want to be clear. I want to be with you." He looked at her, surprised but cautious. "Are you sure? It's okay if you need more time to clear things up." Emma shook her head, her smile growing. "No, things are clear." They shared a tender embrace, sealing the beginning of something real. With Nico's support, Emma found the courage to embrace her new life. They spent the rest of her vacation exploring every corner of Milos, dreaming of what their future together could look like. Nico even started working on a series of sketches inspired by Emma, capturing her spirit and joy. As Emma's departure date approached, they both felt a pang of sadness, but also excitement for what lay ahead. On her last night in Milos, Nico took Emma to a hilltop where they could see the entire island. The lights twinkled below, and the stars shone brightly above. "Emma, I know you have your life back in San Francisco, but I want to be a part of it. Whether it's here or there, I want us to be together," Nico said, his voice filled with emotion. Emma smiled, tears of happiness in her eyes. "I want that too, Nico. This place has changed me, and so have you. Let's make this work no matter where we are." They sealed their promise with a kiss, knowing that their love story was just beginning. Back in San Francisco, Emma and Nico navigated their long-distance relationship with determination and love. Nico visited often, bringing pieces of Greece with him, and Emma spent her vacations in Milos, where she continued to find inspiration and joy. Eventually, they found a way to merge their lives, with Nico opening a small art studio in San Francisco and Emma working remotely part-time, allowing them to split their time between the bustling city and the serene island. Their wedding, held on the same secluded beach where they had shared so many special moments, was a celebration of their journey and their love. Surrounded by friends and family from both sides of the Atlantic, they promised to cherish each other and the life they had built together. Their story became one of adventure, love, and the courage to embrace the unexpected. As they stood hand in hand, watching another beautiful sunset, they knew that their greatest adventure was still to come. and they were ready to face it together.